Dear President, dear colleagues, today I hope begins the process of shaping a better future for the peoples of Europe. The peoples whose jobs, businesses, economy, and security all depend on us to take the EU in the right direction, a new direction. The UK leaving mustn't be a missed opportunity to create positive change. That is why the ECR group adopted last week its vision of a reformed and decentralized European Union. I can recommend it to you. Britain is an island, not a boat. It will remain where it is. It will remain one of our most important economic, political, and security partners. The United Kingdom and the European Union are friends, not enemies. This should not be a nasty breakup, but the beginning of a deep and special partnership between long-standing allies. We need to start work on a comprehensive deal right now, a deal that looks at everything: cooperation on security, trade, education, research, transport, and yes, money. Everything from the start. There's no time to lose. If we do anything less, history will judge us harshly as having been small and petty, when the challenges of our age required us to be bold and visionary. Mr. Verhofstadt, you spent a great deal of time in your campaign for President of the Parliament distancing yourself from the backroom deals of the past. Yet, once again, the pleas for openness and transparency feel like the same old empty promises. Promises which those outside of Brussels are increasingly frustrated with. The negotiation and process of this resolution have sought to exclude the opinions of some political groups and members in this Parliament. When you do that, you do not just exclude the voices of those members, but also the voices of their electorates. Mr. Verhofstadt, no one is asking you to agree with everyone, but you could at least listen to what they have to say. That is not to say we don't agree with anything in the joint motion. We do. We agree, for example, that it is essential that the rights of EU citizens in the UK and of UK citizens in the EU are dealt with quickly and fairly. But we do not share other key points. We believe the European Parliament should seek to support the EU negotiator, not make life more difficult by making excessive demands in advance. That just looks like the same old tired tactics which undermine the credibility of this chamber. The 3-year limit on transitional arrangements seems arbitrary. We might want different lengths for different issues. And we deeply regret that all the work prepared by the Parliament's committees was just brushed aside. Mr. President, fellow members, my hope is that the EU will emerge from Brexit renewed and able to prevent the departure of other member states. The next 2 years should be about building faith of the peoples of Europe in the decisions we are making. If the EU is to come back stronger, and if we really want to win back the confidence lost by our citizens, then this is not only the moment to determine how we will work with the UK in the future, but also how we can get the EU back on track. I call on all colleagues to listen to the recent statements by several European leaders who show that there are alternatives to ever more Europe. We need to follow the path to a decentralized, confederal Europe. There simply is no support for more centralizing Eurofederalism. With or without Britain, we need a new direction for Europe. Thank you.